This is a Reconstructionist radio production. For more historical and contemporary abolitionist literature, please visit abolitionistlibrary.com.
The voice as strong as thunder will be heard across the land, calling to the magistrates to save our neighbor man, who wearing robes as black as sin have stained our soil red. The voice as strong as thunder will be felt across the land.
The Anti-Slavery Alphabet. Author unknown. 1847. The Anti-Slavery Alphabet. Author anonymous. In the morning sows I seed. Philadelphia. Printed for the Anti-Slavery Fair, 1847. Merrihew and Thompson. Printers, 7 Carter's Alley. To our little readers. Listen, little children all. Listen to our earnest call. You are very young, 'tis true, but there's much that you can do. Even you can plead with men, that they buy not slaves again, and that those they have may be quickly set at liberty. They may hearken what you say, though from us they turn away. Sometimes when from school you walk, you can with your playmates talk. Tell them of the slave child's fate, motherless and desolate. And you can refuse to take candy, sweetmeat, pie, or cake, saying no, unless 'tis free, the slave shall not work for me. Thus, dear little children, each may some useful lesson teach. Thus each one day may help to free this fair land from slavery. A is an abolitionist, a man who wants to free the wretched slave and give to all an equal liberty. B is a brother with a skin of somewhat darker hue, but in our Heavenly Father's sight, he is as dear as you. C is the cotton field to which this injured brother's driven, when as the white man's slave he toils from early morn till even. D is the driver cold and stern, who follows whip in hand, to punish those who dare to rest or disobey command. E is the eagle soaring high, an emblem of the free, but while we chain our brother man, our type he cannot be. F is the heartsick fugitive, the slave who runs away, and travels through the dreary night, but hides himself by day. G is the gong whose rolling sound before the morning light calls up the little sleeping slave to labor until night. H is the hound his master trained and called to scent the track of the unhappy fugitive and bring him trembling back. I is the infant from the arms of its fond mother torn, and at a public auction sold with horses, cows, and corn. J is the jail upon whose floor that wretched mother lay, until her cruel master came and carried her away. K is the kidnapper who stole that little child and mother. Shrieking, it clung around her, but he tore them from each other. L is the lash that brutally he swung around its head, threatening that if it cried again, he'd whip it till it was dead. M is a merchant of the North, who buys what slaves produce, so they are stolen, whipped, and worked, for his and for our use. N is the Negro, rambling free in his far distant home, delighting neath the palm tree's shade and coconut to roam. O is the orange tree that bloomed beside his cabin door, when the white man stole him from his home to see it nevermore. P is the parent sorrowing and weeping all alone. The child he loved to lean upon, his only son, is gone. Q is the quarter where the slave on coarse food is fed, and where with toil and sorrow worn he seeks his wretched bed. far as the rice swamp dank and lone, where weary day by day he labors till the fever wastes his strength and life away. S. S is the sugar that the slave is toiling hard to make, to put into your pie and tea, your candy, and your cake. T. T is the rank tobacco plant, raised by slave labor too, a poisonous and nasty thing for gentlemen to chew. U. U is for Upper Canada, where the poor slave has found rest for all his wanderings, for it is British ground. V. V is the vessel in whose dark, noisome, and stifling hold hundreds of Africans are packed, brought o'er the seas and sold. W. W is the whipping post to which the slave is bound, while on his naked back the lash makes many a bleeding wound. X. X is for Xerxes, famed of yore, a warrior stern was he. He fought with swords, let truth and love our only weapons be. Y. Y is for youth, the time for all bravely to war with sin, and think not it can ever be too early to begin. Z. Z is a zealous man, sincere, faithful, and just and true, an earnest pleader for the slave. Will you not be so too? This audio version of The Anti-Slavery Alphabet, author unknown, has been produced by Reconstructionist Radio and narrated by Luke Bell. Please visit www.abolitionistlibrary.com to read this article and many more.
The voice is strong as thunder will be heard across the land, calling to the magistrates to save our neighbor man, who wearing robes as black as sin have stained our soil red. The voice as strong as thunder will be felt across the land.